Welcome back guys to my Red Dead Redemption 2 news series. So today I wanted to go over a huge potential leak for Red Dead Redemption 2, including the rumour of multiple playable characters throughout the story, as well as John Marston actually returning. So in this video I'm going to be going over where these leaks came from, the validity of it, that was a difficult word, and also showing some of the screenshots of these original leaks. Now I'm going to assume that all of you guys have already watched trailer 2 that was just revealed a few days ago that introduced the character Arthur Morgan, who we can only assume is going to be our main protagonist in Red Dead Redemption 2. Now it's important to note that Arthur Morgan is a completely new character. He was not even mentioned in the first game, so that this was the first time we've all heard about him. However, Arthur Morgan, this character, was actually leaked over a year ago with a bunch of other information. However, at the time it was leaked, people just kind of dismissed it since there was a lot of different leaks happening at the time. However, the fact that someone correctly identified this would be our main character could actually give some credibility to the other information in his leak. Now this information was leaked on Reddit well over a year ago. I'll show some screenshots on screen. If you look at the date, it's 1 year ago, and it actually originally came from a user appropriately named Red Dead Insider. It looks like Red Dead Insider has since deleted his Reddit profile. However, even if you delete your Reddit profile, your posts will still remain, so you can actually still find a lot of this guy's original posts from before he deleted his account. And just as a quick disclaimer, if you guys don't want any potential leaks for Red Dead Redemption 2, I'd recommend closing this video. However, we're going to be going over some of the information. So here he says in his leak, you play as a gang leader named Arthur. The biggest change made to the game is that you have a posse. If I remember correctly, the story kind of starts when you find out someone in your outlaw gang is a Pinkerton spy, and the Pinkertons end up having you on the run throughout most of the game. And they kind of referenced that in the most recent trailer we saw. It said that they were being chased from the west and over to the mountains, and it also goes on to say that you acquire lots of gang members in your gang, such as Abigail, Little Jack. I'm not sure exactly who Little Jack is. Could it be Jack Marston? John Marston's son, or potentially someone else. There's also Marston here, who we can assume is John Marston, and also others. The core mechanic of the game is having to maintain and continuously move your outlaw camp. When you go to a mission, you will choose who to take with you, similar to Mass Effect or Dragon Age, and the game spans 5 zones. A directive they keep getting to is to make the environments more interactive, like Skyrim. They go on to say that the game is like the last one we had. You're going to end up at Beecher's Hope and switch control to John Marston. So as you can see here, he's saying that there's going to be multiple playable characters, and we are actually going to be able to play as John Marston again, which was a bit of a surprise. He said there's lots of different quests, etc., building up your ranch, and you would literally do X and Z to build a gazebo. He also said there's a mini game where you help a mayor give birth that had people laughing. He also mentions there was some difficulty in the development of the game, and some of the leaders of Rockstar weren't impressed with some of the demos that they provided with it, and they said it wasn't innovative enough, and hopefully they got out of that rut. And also that the morale of Rockstar San Diego, who are the main Rockstar office working on Red Dead Redemption 2, and that there's lots of, I guess, long-term developers that are quitting. And it doesn't end there. I was actually going through Red Dead Insider's posts, and he actually continued on this same thread with a lot of information, and he even also posted a while ago stating that the leaked map was in fact real. And it's interesting to look back on this because this guy was actually downvoted a lot on Reddit and being called a fake insider. But I think his story really checks out. You know, he completely correctly identified Arthur and his gang leader. Maybe this guy was right all along. I'm going to show you a few other screenshots that came directly from Red Dead Insider, and you will notice that his name has been deleted, so it says deleted, but his original posts do still exist. Someone asked him the question, what are the names of all the playable characters? And he responded with, the main protagonist's name is Arthur. He runs a gang that accumulates more members throughout the game as you move from hideout to hideout, chased by the Pinkertons. He states here that Marston is one of these members, as is Abigail and Little Jack. I do not believe you control anyone but Arthur through most of the game, although that changes at the end, much like the last game. When you go on missions, you choose who you want to come with you in your posse. In this next screenshot, you'll see Red Dead Insider having a bit of a debate with another user on Reddit who's kind of not really believing his claims that Marston will come back in Red Dead Redemption 2, because it's not really something Rockstar typically does. Usually they do new characters and new stories in each iteration of the title. However, he replied and said here, "It's possible that Rockstar was removed from the game. I heard they did get the actor to record some dialogue before he quit the industry, but it doesn't mean that he kept him in it. It would also mean that they completely changed the epilogue ending that I heard about." So there could potentially be some major story spoilers in what this guy's been sharing. However, it is also possible that this was early in development. You know, a lot of things could potentially have changed in the last several years, especially with the game being delayed and with some of its difficulty in development. You know, some of these things could have potentially changed. So to wrap this video up, you guys might be wondering, who the heck is this guy and how does he get his Red Dead Redemption 2 info? So a user on GTA forums known as IG actually found some of his old posts on Reddit to validate his authenticity, and someone openly asked him on a thread who he was, and he replied and said that he has some friends that work at Rockstar and that he uses this name on Reddit to leak Red Dead info. And the fact that this is such an old account, potentially he's known some people at Rockstar San Diego for quite a while now, and it looks like he was leaking information from even the first Red Dead Redemption game. So maybe his friends at Rockstar San Diego were quite unhappy with the working conditions there or something, so they ended up leaking him info. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the information that came from Red Dead Insider. I will have all of my sources linked in the description if you want to go and read the original for yourself, but wow, there's some pretty huge information if some of this is true in a few of these leaks. You know, potentially we'll be playing as John Marston throughout Red Dead Redemption or some part of the game, and potentially have multiple playable protagonists. As always, let me know what you guys think of this down in the comments, and don't forget to leave the video a like if you do enjoy this Red Dead Redemption 2 news series, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest and breaking news for the game. So have yourselves a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.